Oh, well, hello there, you filthy animals! Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I'm your host, Crypto Bro. And we're back! We're back at it again with another edition of the daily live stream. Today is Wednesday/early Thursday morning. How the hell is everyone? I hope you're doing better than I am. Gonna put on some chill music here for the stream. Go ahead and crank that volume down to a minimum. I do apologize for the missed streams the last few days. Oh, I can't go without my streaming hat. There it is. I do apologize, everybody, for the last few days. I got hit with an illness shortly after my wife got hit with an illness, and let me tell you, I'm still feeling it. My whole body is on fire. I think it was the flu. I don't know, but it sucks. This is day 3 for me. I felt better today, so I felt like I could muster up enough energy to get my fucking job done, right? So here we are. We do have to play a little bit of catch-up. I've been periodically over the last couple of days checking the market, but I really haven't put too much effort into checking out the charts. But it does look like everything that I've plotted still has validity. So, are we getting sad yet? Are we getting sad yet? Are the bulls getting sad yet? You know, I'm excited. I'm excited for this market right now. But I have to play catch-up. I really have to play catch-up, so it might take me a little bit longer here to give you guys a proper update. Again, it's been a few days since I came on here. I think the last time I came on was last Wednesday, and then family time, New Year's stuff going on. Lots of plans, lots of execution. Didn't really have the time to come through to do the streams last week, at the end of the last week. And then fucking Monday, Tuesday, man, I got hit like a train wreck by that illness. So we're back. I don't have too much to update except for the market. So I guess we're going to go ahead and get her going. Big, girthy, veiny, thick show of force in the market here today. What am I doing? I'm losing my whole mind right now. Let's start with NASDAQ. NASDAQ, last time we looked, actually bounced on the 21, re-entered that little blue box territory here that we were paying attention to. Rejected, right? We got the first initial candle closure, which was kind of your warning signal that maybe this blue box territory was not to hold up for very much longer. Right at 16,000, like 445, give or take a few bucks here. We got a first candle closure below there. Boom, secondary reaction. Obviously, we got a reaction off the 21. Rejected, continued, and we just saw a first break of the 21 today, and continuation into the new candle here towards support here. This is like it. This is it for NASDAQ in my opinion. This is where it's like, you know, does it remain consolidation or does this one actually break down? Momentum oscillators are really telling me that this one actually breaks down. New lows on RSI here, especially after shattering the exponential, forcing it to a vastly negative slope here, and at the same time, breaking below that 50 read. Lots of major signals being flagged off today. Stochastics here rejecting the bullish critical zone. Boom. Escaping the bullish control zone as well. So another major signal to be considered. Boom, right here. Straight down. Momentum is definitely straight down with this one. I would have to easily say we start seeing breaks below 15,670 here. We're gonna have to start looking for targets to the downside. I would actually be targeting this region right here. Boom. What's that? Something like 15,003. That would be the first initial target that obviously I'm going to be looking for more. I'm going to be looking for more on, not only that, you know, if we break support, but at the same time, we likely see a secondary candle closure below the 21 exponential, which is in a negative posture right now. Real quick and swift move all the way down to current support here. We are currently holding, but we have more than half a day left to be considered here before we make any decisions. Where's my drink? At the end of the day, this could lead to a little bit of a distribution pattern here to the downside. You know, from a macro perspective, again, remember, we're still okay, right? You know, the major macro level here to be concerned of is right here. We're going to highlight that right now. This is where we get that, you know, critical change of behavior that tells us, hey, we're looking at a real, true bear market, right? This is, you know, long-term time frame change of behavior. Any closure below 14,500. That's what's going to tell me likely a legitimate bear market may be in play here for now. It is technically consolidation until proven otherwise. We've been consolidating on this 21 for like a month now. Is it time for breaks? It could be the time for a break. And again, we do have the first target to the downside. Obviously, I would be looking for this one overall, all the way down at like what, 14,900 bucks even. That's kind of like it, right? That's kind of like it. This is where I'm going to be looking for potential macro higher lows. Again, from a macro perspective, long-term perspective here. God, and that's why I love going on Facebook, man. Everyone panics. Everyone loses their fucking minds when you see price action like this. You have so much evidence that tells you that this was the likely outcome of this move here to the downside. Obviously, from a planned perspective, I would have planned for a move to the downside after, you know, initially breaking that blue box territory at the top side of the range here, and then boom, putting a lot of pressure on that 21. That was kind of your like confirmation, especially after rejecting the blue box territory once again, and then, you know, we just get follow through. We got follow through below the 21, a complete clean break. Not even, you know, hardly any wicks on this candle either. So a lot of momentum to the downside, and momentum oscillators are turning at the same time. So this one is definitely suggesting, you know, more downside pressure in my opinion. The only thing that would convince me otherwise at this current moment in time is holding support at this current support, not breaking the support, and maybe continuing this sideways, this endless sideways trap that we've been bestowed. Upside sentiment right now, not really any, unless we break back above the 21 exponential here, force it back to a positive slope, and confirm a secondary candle closure above. I do want to remind everybody this one thing that I have been paying attention to here for the longest time: 21 trades below. Right, on in a macro bull market, which this is a macro bull market. I don't want to do that. In a macro bull market, 21 trades typically last a shorter period of time than trades that are above the 21, right? So you can see this is a clear and obvious representation here. 21 trade above on NASDAQ, boom, carried on for like 3 or 4 months, and then you got your exit signal, and then when you got your exit signal, you got a short entry signal here, and that one did not last very long. So, you know, if this is to turn bearish, again, any candle closure below the red line, this likely turns into one of those scenarios where 21 trades below the 21 last longer than trades above the 21. Again, any macro bear market, I'm always looking for trades below the 21 to last longer, and in a macro bull market, I'm always looking for trades above the 21 to last longer. So for now, yeah, I am looking at this as a short trade to the downside. The only thing that would convince me that we, could potentially flip into an actual legitimate bear market, as far as NASDAQ is concerned, would be any closure below 14,005. And until then, I am looking for short trades to the downside. I am looking and planning for macro higher lows anywhere above this support here at 14,009. And until proven otherwise, that is kind of my sentiment. Yes, the pressure is to the downside. I am no longer looking for new all-time highs at this current moment in time. Momentum oscillators do not speak those volumes. And the only thing that would convince me otherwise, again, is closures back above that 21 with force. So that's going to do it for NASDAQ. Likely the same thing for SPY futures. Actually, this one's actually coming off of new all-time highs. So very interesting stuff indeed. We did break the support, which was the prior breakout point here. So pressure is implied to the downside, in my opinion. Fresh break of the 21 exponential at the same time. Not the signals yet. No signal. No. I mean, the exponent. Yeah, the break below the exponential and the exponential forcing to a negative slope here is a critical signal, but it's not as critical as like the RSI breaking to 50 read. We do have a slightly critical signal that will be more critical if we get confirmation of follow through here. We do see a breach of the stochastics back into the bullish control zone. Again, not as aggressive and not as violent as NASDAQ here. But the sentiment still remains, right? We broke the 21. We are potentially looking for a secondary closure below the 21. And with that implies downside pressure here. I am going to be looking for continuation at this current moment, all the way down to like 46.50 here, the current support. Any closure below there, likely we see tests of the current low at 45.60 or 45.70. Thanks, bro. Just trying to get through it, just trying to stay motivated. Obviously, I wasn't motivated Monday or Tuesday. I didn't want to do shit except for lay and moan and writhe in my own pain. But I digress. I got through it. I feel as good as I can today. But at the end of the day, as soon as the stream is over, I'm probably just going to chill. Because my body does still fucking hurt. With this one, though, lots of bearish divergence playing out. Obviously, we're seeing that implied pressure towards the 50 read. I'm not saying, that this one's going to reverse. It could, confirm a higher low here and pop back up. We've seen little, short trades below on SPY futures here, below the 21 exponential that ended up being like fake outs. Again, that's why you got to look at the market. You got to look at the macro trend to get the, to get the feel of the 21 exponential moving average strategy here. Again, unless I get confirmation of a fucking bear market here, I am not looking for, that's not the right one. I am not looking for any kind of, macro bearish sentiment, which tells me, hey, the 21, why is it red? God damn it. I don't want it to be red. The 21, again, trades below the 21 during a macro bull cycle are typically shorter. They typically don't last as long. So, this could, on both aspects, trade below the 21 for a couple of days, boom, pop right back up. But again, I have to stick to my trading rules. I have to stick to my fundamentals here. If we get this confirmation below the 21 here, I am going to be looking for, price action to start moving a little bit further to the downside, especially with RSI resting right on the 50 read and potential confirmation signal back into the bullish control zone, for stochastics. Pressure is being implied to the downside just a bit on SPY futures. Obviously, NASDAQ looks a little bit more deadly, to be quite honest with you, but I want to see what happens. We don't have confirmation of anything yet on either one of those, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, we did see a fast break below the 21 here, but again, we didn't get a secondary closure yet. We still have 16 hours left in the day. Anything can happen. Plan for everything, expect nothing, right? So, what I'm planning for here is a potential closure below the 21 or, a potential pop back above the 21. Any closure back above the 21, yeah, I would be looking for resistance once again here. But that ceiling of resistance looks eerily familiar, very familiar. And we'll get to why it's familiar in a couple of other assets here, but hitting that ceiling of resistance plenty of times. I would need to see open and closures above there before looking for new all-time highs here. But the sentiment is a little bit of downside pressure. Again, I am not full-blown bearish. We do have a diagonal trend line. Ooh, see, this is why you have to pay attention. Realistically, yeah, we could see price action move all the way down to 46.30 to 46.50 here. Hit that diagonal trend line, print a higher low, boom, continue onwards and upwards. That is definitely possible. But if I see continuation below that support level here at 46.40, I'm going to be looking for a different plan of attack to the downside. Now, what I do wonder, asset that I haven't checked for a few days. Actually, I haven't checked this one since the last time we streamed. What the fuck is this? I mean, with this one, look at this. This isn't real. What momentum? Fuck you. I'm not even gonna look at stochastics. RSI. Oh man, it's just. It held, right? It held that diagonal trend line of support. And remember, you guys, when I say it held, we've seen a little bit of a stab below that diagonal trend line before, a couple times here. Just because you see a little bit of a whoop, just right below it, doesn't confirm anything. Holding that diagonal trend line of support here on RSI. Price action still, it's consolidating. It's still consolidating. We did see an initial break below the consolidation range lows here. Guess what? When you get the break, right? This is a perfect example of where a horizontal support does not flip into new tentative resistance, right? We saw this region here break and then get bought right back up. Still support. Was not confirmed as new tentative resistance. Back above the 21 exponential. Real indecisive. If we're being honest, it's real indecisive right here above the 21. The 21 does not speak volumes as far as momentum is concerned, right? Still going, doing this choppy sideways. Although it does look like it is declining in momentum here, it still remains within the range. So the sentiment remains the same as before. Any closures below 95.85, I will be looking for pulls into this diagonal trend line anywhere around like 95.1, and even potentially all the way down to like 94.55. However, on the flip side, any closures above 96.70 here, I will look for that $1 extension that we've been talking about for quite some time. Crap, I lost my train of thought. I'm doing my best, guys. My body is miserable. Yeah, closures above the current highs, the current range highs. I'll be looking for that dollar pop to the upside here, but momentum does not. The momentum oscillator, stochastic speaks volume, but look, again, this is where I want to tell you guys, what is fake meal? What is false momentum? This is false momentum, right? Some of this momentum is only accounted for on one candle. Boom. And then you see just a continuous drive. It looks like this should be skyrocketing with stochastics moving the way it's moving. But then you look at price action throwing a big freaking dud. It's not real momentum. RSI speaks volumes on that right now. Just kind of chopping around the exponential. Nothing really to go off of until we get a critical signal here, you guys. Again, I'm not a range trader. I'm looking for breakouts, breakdowns, big moves, big trades above or below the 21. Yes, technically you have a trade above the 21, but it doesn't fucking look it doesn't look fruitful, to be quite honest with you. So that's kind of why I'm weary on markets that could potentially tip over when it comes to the 21, because you just never know. You got to manage your risk. So we got our targets to the upside. We got our targets to the downside. That's kind of where I'm going to leave that one. I got to pull up my damn requests real quick. I do have plenty of them. It's raining giant red girthy dildos. I do understand. All right, we're gonna check out the Hall of Fame. Nope. Just kidding. Nope. Just kidding. It's like truth time, you guys. Because I gotta give you some truth when it comes to the Hall of Fame. I do have people asking me, when's the best time to, obviously I never give them advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I will never tell anybody what to do with their trades or investments. That is not my job. It's my job to do that with my money. I always kind of try to tell people, learn from the streams. And what have I been telling you guys about the Hall of Fame? It is absolutely bearish. This is a bear market. 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 This is the weekly, you guys. This is a bear market. The Hall of Fame Village is currently in a bear market. It is not looking good. We had this, disgusting, I think it was something like 7 or 8%, I think. Well, I was wrong, 14% candle above the 21 exponential here. People got excited. Brian, I got a couple of guys coming to me. Brian, it broke the 21, and what do I tell them? What do you think I tell them? I tell them to wait for confirmation. And what did we not receive? And look at this red line. Look at how perfect. Oh, you can't make this shit up, ladies and gentlemen. You literally can't. Price action, hits support on the new lows. Boom. Bounces up, breaks above the 21. Never confirms. Hits that tentative resistance here. Back below the 21. So technically the 21 is still acting as tentative resistance. Not only that, but we are still failing to close on higher highs, which tells me bear market continuation is likely the outcome for this market. Stochastics here. You know, true momentum, right? True momentum. You got it, some true momentum until boop, boop. Now it's starting to wane a little bit, right? Escaping the bearish control zone. Nah, yeah, barely. But yeah, part of me says maybe it doesn't last that long up there. The fact that we rejected here, I'm going to be looking for retest of the current low at $1.46 here. Any candle closure below $1.46. I'll be looking for the next targeted level down at about $1.24, maybe $1.25, give or take. Yeah, somewhere around this region here is going to be the next target. If we break anywhere below $1.24 here, I'm going to have to pull out the Fibonacci retracements here to get a better understanding of where we could be going, because we could potentially be looking at all-time lows. I mean, the all-time low for this is like $1.14, something like that, give or take, some spare change. I'm gonna have to pull fibs, man. If we break the current lower low, and this is a macro low in my opinion. No, it's not, because we haven't reversed. It is a low. It's a major low. Any closures below there, I'm going to have no choice. I'm going to have to pull out the Fibonacci tool to see and start planning for potential targets even below the current all-time lows. Again, I try to tell people, this company is not even generating revenue. They're not. They're just not. They're not even open. The Hall of Fame is open, but the village part, the thing that they're building, the thing that they're constructing, the thing that they think is going to bring in a fuck ton of money, not open yet. It could be years before it's done. It could be a couple years before that project is done. You never know. From an investment standpoint, I'm excited for this because I'm looking to buy up as many shares of this as possible and see what happens when they do open that place and start generating revenue and start getting some traction with the general public here. People start spending their money. You never know. But as far as this one's concerned, the only thing that'll convince me otherwise would be closures above $1.80 and continuation, right? Confirmation above $1.80. Not a break and a secondary closure, right? Patience is the game on the daily time frame here. If you're trading the daily 21, if you're trading, and again, it's not financial advice, but if you're trading the 21, I tell myself, man, you gotta wait for confirmation. You gotta wait for confirmation. Why? Because you can easily fall into a trap that looks just like this. You get excited. Oh shit, we broke the 21, dude. We broke the fucking 21. Oh, I'm gonna enter. Oh, it's going up. And probably intraday on the shorter term time frames. Yeah, you saw this go up. Oh, it's going good. Oh, Wreck City, bitch. Wreck City, bitch. You can't do nothing about it. You already took a loss because you didn't wait for confirmation. Confirmation is key, man, when you're trading the 21. Confirmation is definitely key. Again, that's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not your financial advisor. That's it for the Hall of Fame. We're going to go ahead and check out Bitcoin. New lows. New lows below the 21. Short and simple. Stochastics in the bearish critical zone, not looking too hot. RSI into the bearish control zone once again. Below the negatively sloped exponential, confirming even lower highs. Not looking too sexy, not looking too spicy here, right? What am I going to be looking for here? Actually, I'm going to be looking for confirmation below this resistance, new tentative resistance, 45,300. If we fail to close above 45,300, in my opinion, we likely continue towards that red line of destruction and hatred. This is the last macro low that I am paying attention to at the current moment in time before the inevitable continuation to cryptocurrency hell. That's a little far away, but not so much really. I am looking for continuation to this region, $40,700, probably soon. Probably soon. Again, especially if we confirm below the resistance here. Again, we could technically flip and confirm a macro higher low. Again, as long as we're above this region here and we stop and reverse above this region, we could classify it as a structural higher low. But It's looking less and less likely, in my opinion. I want to know what the weekly looks like. Not fucking good. Not good. We are actually below. We are currently below the weekly lows, which is a very, very, very much bigger signal than the daily time frame. Again, higher time frame. I can't even talk. Higher time frames take precedence over the lower time frames. While I don't trade the weekly, I still pay attention to it. And yes, if the weekly closes on new macro lows, I'm going to be looking for a turn. I'm definitely going to be looking for this one to turn and continue further down, but the sentiment remains the same on this one. As long as we're below that 21 exponential here, I'm looking for the downside. I'm looking for targets to be met. This is going to be the first one. Anything below 40,700. The next target I'd kind of be looking for is like 36,100, give or take. And the only thing that would convince me otherwise would be a flip, like a full fucking flip, new highs. Closures above 50,900 would be the only thing that convinces me that we have confirmed an actual macro higher low and looking to continue to new all-time highs. Until then, I'm a little bit more on the bearish sentiment. And that bearish sentiment is starting to poke with the longer-term time frame perspective in my opinion, the macro, right? We were talking about the macro on NASDAQ and SPY futures, how I'm not so concerned just yet. Price is, super far away from that macro turning point here, but Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, not so much. Not so much. If the markets do flip, it's usually crypto that gets hit first. It's usually crypto. So we're going to go ahead and move on. I think it is time for requests. Let's get them in. I got Crow USD. That is not the one I want. That is the one I want. Yep, same sentiment here. Closing on new lows, I'm pretty sure. Where is all my shit? There it is. God damn. What the fuck was this? Holy shit. Deathwick of... This is the biggest hammer I've ever seen. Good golly. Wow. Imagine having a limit buy. Imagine having a limit buy here. Golly. Yeah, this one is speaking volumes to the downside as well. Crypto.com here, looking for a test of the bottom side of the blue box territory. We're at around 44 cents, maybe 45 cents here. We are in a downtrend. This one is downtrending in my opinion here. Very, very, very evidently confirming more lower, new lows, right? I think. Yeah, no, not necessarily. We haven't closed on new lows just yet, but it's definitely looking like the pressure wants to do so. Stochastic's not really painting an accurate picture. We have some conflicting signals here, and I have a feeling it has something to fucking do with that goddamn huge ass wick that what is this? 58% to the downside from open? Oh, what the heck? Bro, imagine just being like one day waking up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna put a limit buy for 20 grand on 25 cents here, and see what happens. And you get that wick and boom, you make 60% in a day. I want to know what that looks like on the short term. Damn, that happened on an hourly. Wow. Wowzers. Look at that recovery. Wow. But it hasn't been healthy. It hasn't been healthy since, again, this one's kind of following the sentiment of Bitcoin right now, starting to decline a little bit, starting to look like it plays a little bit more with Bitcoin. It has been doing its own thing for quite some time. It continued the bull market when Bitcoin started turning around here. But at the end of the day, we're below the 21 here, confirming below the 21, continuing below the 21. 21 gaining a negative slope, RSI printing lower highs, breaking below the 50 read, confirming new lows. All of it spells the continuation to the downside to me. Again, I am looking for like 45 cents as the first target. Anything below there, I'll look for the next target all the way down to 39 cents. And the only thing that'll convince me otherwise would be a flip back above the blue box territory and obviously above the 21 once again. But more conservatively, if we want to look for a macro, a stop reversal to new all-time highs, I'd say new highs need to be confirmed. Which means this is old news. something like that. I need to see closures back above this region here at 65 cents. And until that happens, I am looking for pressure to continue moving down. Likely stochastics flips over. I think this little bugger here was that's momentum. Obviously, that's momentum. But I think it's still pretty false. I still think this is just something weird happened, and stochastics reacted off of it. Whatever. It's still below the 21. It's still, seeing pressure to the downside. Crow USD, kind of like, Bitcoin. Link probably not looking so good either, to be quite honest with you. Actually, Link is kind of doing its own thing, confirming new highs, closing on new highs. Trend reversal. Ooh, wow. Macro high or low confirmed, maybe? I am going to be looking for another stab up at the resistance here. 27 bucks. We're going to have to get another resistance poked out here. Boom, here's a good one. Any closure above 27 bucks? 27.36. I'm going to be looking for continuation towards like 31 bucks here. The 21 is forced to this positive slope here. And RSI looks good too. A fresh break above the 50. We have signals lining up here for Link USD, for Chainlink here, kind of doing its own thing against Bitcoin, which is weird because Link reacts to Bitcoin. But higher lows on the exponential. Exponential looking to break the 50 read, not really showing any signs of losing that momentum here. Buying pressure is definitely on, bouncing off of nothing. Entering the bearish neutral zone here. Boom, curling back up. This is momentum, you guys. This is looking pretty okay for continuation. The only thing that'll convince me otherwise would be a closure below the breakout point, at which point I would look for a back test of current support once again at 21 bucks. Maybe we can move that down a little bit. We got some more touch points. We got more touch points here. I would actually be more comfortable in saying $19.90 if we break the current breakout point. But we're seemingly holding it as support. I am looking for continuation on Link to the next level here. Man, all right, good on Link, making some trades to the upside while everything else is going fucking down. AMC, probably a basket of dog shit, just like I thought. Yeah, Hey, all of you people still waiting for the fucking short squeeze. What do you call this? Sometimes I read these posts. I read these posts about AMC, and I think to myself, man, these people really don't know the fuck they're talking about. They don't even know what a short squeeze. This is a short squeeze. When you see an asset that shouldn't be going up 3,000%, go fucking up 3,000%. Come on, man. I love trolling those people on Facebook because they're not making money. They're not making money. I sold all my shares because I was too tired of waiting for the short squeeze. Bro, have you lost your fucking mind? Do you not see a chart ever? Can you not see this? Can you not see this? What is this? What do you call this? I don't know. Maybe that's just a little bit of inflation, Brian. Maybe it's just a little bit of buying pressure. Just fucking Christ, people. Short squeeze happened like a year ago. Maybe read a chart. Maybe study some analysis. Maybe stop listening to Facebook and making your decisions based off of what social media is telling you to do. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just trolling a little bit, going off a little bit of a steamroll here. Lower high, below the 21. I'm looking for continuation to the red line of destruction and death at $20.54, which was my original sentiment the entire time. This was never a bullish formation here. Now, that's not to say it couldn't become bullish once again, but any closure below like $20, $20, $20.50 here, I will be looking for a real disgusting cut percentage all the way down to 14 bucks here, the legitimate only support we have below that red line. 14 bucks. Momentum oscillators, what are they saying? Rejecting the bullish control zone, bad. RSI, not even coming close to the 50 read, back below the exponential. Bearish control, neutral control the whole time, bad. Guys, if I have the luck to have somebody that thinks We're still waiting for a short squeeze on AMC. Watching this YouTube channel, I hope you take offense. I hope you do. Sometimes people need to hear the truth, and the truth is you need to fucking learn to read a chart so that you don't buy at that fucking top and then say, oh, just wait for the short squeeze. I'm so sorry. AMC is looking not too good. The only thing that'll convince me otherwise here would be 3 conditions. Number 1, bullish momentum oscillators. Number 2, a reversal back above the 21 exponential. And number 3, new highs with confirmation above new highs and follow through. Until then, I'm looking for this one to die and absolutely quickly below $20.42. I am going to be looking for that as the next target. Any closure below there that confirms his new tentative resistance, I will look for that flip to continue all the way down to $14.50. Fuck AMC. Pepsi. Now this is a good one. Pepsi's NASDAQ, right? It is. So this is an outlier. This is one of the assets that still is performing, unlike the rest of NASDAQ, right? RSI trying to bounce back into the bullish control zone. Typically, we don't see RSI last in the bullish control zone for very long before an inevitable exit, like here, and here, and here, and here. But we are holding support. We did confirm a high. We didn't. We got close, but we didn't. We have resistance here. If we confirm a closure above 173.87, we likely get a higher low flag here, and that would be enough for me to look for continuation to where? Again, towards the 1.272, which is still the original target from the first breakout here above 172.20. The target became 188.50 over time, but it could break below the blue box. Not a blue box. It could break below this this little box. Yeah, blue box. Fuck it. We'll put a blue box here. It is a little bit of a liquid zone in my opinion. Boom. Closures below that blue box territory here, I'm going to be looking for continuation towards the 21 EMA. The only time I get, a little bearish on Pepsi here, again for the short-term perspective, is open and closures below the 21. But we're nowhere near that. But again, it is safe to have a plan. If we do open and close below the 21 here, I will be looking for like 166.20. Any closure below there is a change of behavior in my opinion, and I'll start looking for targets all the way down at like 159. But until then, the sentiment remains the same for Pepsi. The only thing is stochastics is curling down a little bit, but still remains in the bullish critical zone. So nothing too concerning there until we see some kind of evidence that this one wants to flip. In either direction. If it breaks 173, I'll be looking for continuation. It closed right on the all-time high, I'm pretty sure. Closure 173.83, all-time high closure 170. It closed on new all-time highs. Bro, today it closed on new all-time highs today by like cents. What the fuck? So maybe it did break. Maybe it did break. Oh my. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Is it a legit break or will it reverse? I don't know. But this one technically closed like what? Damn. 9 cents higher. 9 cents higher. New all-time highs on Pepsi confirmed by 9 cents. That's awesome. Go Pepsi. Pepsi's doing good. I'm actually gonna add that one to my list because I want to trade it. Pepsi. Booyah. Pepsi looks good. WMT. Walmart. I'm pretty sure that is. Walmart? Yeah, Walmart. It's top. Not really a definitive uptrend. I mean, it is an uptrend, but not like a definitive one. Walmart's always just chop. mean, it has good trades, but there's a lot of chop on this chart. I don't like charts that aren't clean because I don't feel as confident. I've done analysis on Walmart before, but I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before that it's choppy. There's a lot of chop on Walmart, and here we go. RSI bouncing off the 50 read here. What does that tell me? We're holding support on the 21, which is a good thing. I am looking for continuation towards 147, which, if confirmed, would confirm new highs. Stochastics, though, bouncing off the exponential. I mean, you know, bullish control zone. Right? Yeah. I mean, it is bullish control from a stochastics perspective. RSI, a couple plays bearish divergence here. It's. I mean, realistically, you could just be like, yo, it's just chop, it's sideways. You could argue that we have a big old consolidation range between two of the following points here. First point being like, boom, and then the second point being like, boom, come on. And then you have your intermediate consolidation phase. It's above the midline of that. I would have to remain confident. As long as we're above this right here, 142 spot 90, I will look for continuation. I'd look for the first target to be something like 146. I'll make a correction there. We do have a couple of tops that could act as tentative resistance here to be very aware of. And look at that, perfect, boom. And perfect, yeah, we actually popped up and saw rejection, but above support we are. Momentum oscillators, they're up, but they're not convincing. Like stochastics isn't the most convincing, right? It is a little flopped right now, and RSI actually more convincing, bouncing off the exponential, bouncing off the 50 read very, very positively. So it'll be interesting to see what price action does here. Any closure above 146 spot 45, I will look for continuation to the current highs. Like 151 spot 99. Any closure above that, things get fucking exciting. Things get real exciting for Walmart because now we're talking about all-time high territory, which I'm gonna have to do this for. Yep, we're not gonna talk about it, but it's there so that we can. However, any closure below the 21, I'll look for the bottom again. I'll look for 135, 135 even. If we see an open and closure below the 21, we likely see momentum oscillators reverse to the downside as well if that condition is confirmed with testicular heft. And that's kind of my sentiment on Walmart. I got a couple of more. VASK, VASK, VASK. Not sure what that is, brother. Tech. Biotech. Oh, fucking, oh, this one looks like reversal. This one looks like reversal, ladies and gentlemen. Change of behavior confirmed. Elaine Sonny. Can you reiterate what VASK is? And I think I have the right one for tech, but tech looks real dunk. I'm going to be looking for continuation here. Probably this level here. 423 spot 45 here. I would look for a bounce along this region. But man, if you did... Oof, let's look at the signals for this one. Clear up. Boom. Breaks the 21. Confirms below the 21. Confirms a change of behavior. Here, you know what? Let's just redo the chart, right? This one is a little more choppy. I don't like charts that have so many gaps because sometimes I get thrown off by them. I do appreciate a really clean chart. Obvious change of behavior right here. You know what? Let's pull it out. When in doubt, pull it out, right? Where do we have macro? Oh my God, is that the macro low? That's the macro low. Oh boy, this could be big. Let's just stick to the levels here. Major levels to be in consideration of, yeah, 402, 402, maybe, yeah, 422 to 402. I'd say price action can go down. Big signal. Like, this is huge. Straight down, rejecting the bullish control zone, below the 50 read, crushing the exponential. Look at how quickly it went negative, man. It didn't even like slope for a couple of days and then go negative. It just went straight to the downside, looking for re-entry into the bearish control zone. Not the best. Swift exit out of two zones, the bullish critical zone and the bullish control zone here. Yeah, this one's looking for continuation, to be quite honest with you. What the hell happened? Goodbye. Yeah, and again, we got confirmation below the 21 here to yesterday, below like 481. And as soon as we got that, boom, follow through happened. As long as we remain below the 21 exponential on this one here, this one looking more violent than not. Again, 21 trades below the 21 on bull markets typically don't last as long, but this one's a full-blown sign of reversal here on the daily time frame for Bion Tech Corp, Technicorp. Not looking too hot. Not looking too hot. I'm definitely, yeah. I'm looking for 423. That's my target. That's absolutely my target. I'm looking for 423, maybe a bounce there, and then the next target, maybe 400 even. And that's kind of the sentiment. This one looks like it's getting completely crushed right now. So, the other one though, VASK. VAKS. If you could reiterate that last stock in the next 60 seconds, I'll analyze it. But VASK is not popping up. So I'm not sure what that is. I do apologize, but I'll give you like 60 seconds, Elaine, if you can reiterate what that asset is. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all of the stream for today. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen and put a heating pad on my back. Where's the short squeeze? Dogecoin's going back to like, fractions of a penny. Oh, government bonds are putting in new highs. That's nice. Yeah, okay. It's been like 60 seconds. I do apologize. I don't know what VASK is, but that's going to do it for the stream, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Anybody that's new to the channel, if you liked what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. Thank you for being here. And yeah, until next time, I'll be here tomorrow. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.